Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film my first fall makeup look. I love fall. It's probably my favorite season. I love the colors of fall, the smells, everything. Not so much the pumpkin spice lattes. I could totally live without those. But lattes in general, love. I wanted to create a little bit of a vampy look, do some burgundies and some oranges, those, you know, classic fall colors. I also wanted to incorporate my cream contour and highlight routine, so that is also included with this look. So this is what I came up with, so if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. So to prime the skin, I'm gonna take this Makeup Forever Step 1. This is the smoothing primer. They have a few different types, but since I just put it over my pores, I just wanted something that will give me a smoother canvas. I'm gonna go in with my new favorite combo. So it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow and the Wet n Wild Photofocus. I'm in the shade Shell Ivory on this one and 202 Creamy Natural on this one. I don't know what it is about mixing them, but I started doing it because I had a shade too light in this one and a shade too dark in this one, and so I mixed them to create a better shade match for myself. But something about mixing them just, I don't know what it is. If it's like the glowiness from this one and the coverage from this one together, they're like a match made in heaven. I actually saw another YouTuber, Rachel Loves. She's from Canada and I love her videos because she's so funny. And she actually was doing the same combination. So, must work good. I mean, hello. So, I'm just mixing some on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to apply it with my finger. And then I'm going to take the L'Oreal Beauty Sponge. This is a great drugstore option if you are looking for a sponge. I do like this one better than the Real Techniques one. I did not like that one. I don't know if it was the texture of it or what, but it just didn't work for me. I do still like the Beauty Blender the best, but this one is a really great drugstore option. So for concealer, I'm going to take the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the shade Fair. I love this stuff, and I think the reason I've been going back to it is because I do like to set my under eye concealer. I don't always set my entire face, and for some reason with the Tarte Shape Tape, even though I do like that one, and I might put a little on top just to give me a little extra brightness because this one is more close to my skin tone. Powder, I sometimes have issues with powder on top of it. I don't know why. I mean, it's still bomb, don't get me wrong. It's weird. It's just as weird sometimes. So I'm just going to take a little just right under my eye there. I am going to take a little down the bridge of my nose. Here and here. Just since we are kind of cream contouring and highlighting today, might as well go all out, right? And then I'll just use that same sponge. And then I do always take whatever's left onto my eyelid to prime my eye. I don't use an eye primer. I always just use whatever concealer I'm using that day. I am gonna take just a little more of this one just over my friend here that wants to come out and play. God, and it's just one of those ones that if you put makeup on it, the makeup doesn't stay. I'm just gonna blend the outer edges of it with my finger and hope that I can fix it with some powder. So, okay, next, let's do some cream contouring. I've been using the Hoola Quickie contour stick. I love the Hoola matte bronzer, the powder one. And so the color of this is very similar. I think, in my opinion, this stick is a little bit warmer than the powder. That's just my opinion, but it still works for my skin tone, and I'm quite fair, so I just use a teeny tiny little bit. I do not like to go straight on my face just because I feel like it moves around my foundation and concealer. So what I do is I take this is an e.l.f. brush, sculpting face brush. It's just a really dense contour brush, and I just kind of draw the product on there. And then I take this just right, you can kind of see where my face dips in a little bit. I actually go just a little bit above that because I don't want it to blend too far down. So that's just a little trick that I've picked up, is to go just a little bit above your natural contour of your face. And then when you blend it, it won't get drugged down too far. I don't bring it forward very far. It's basically in line with the tail of my eyebrow here. And then I will take some on my jumbo forehead because, of course, I want to make that look smaller. So that is the beauty of makeup, right? And then I like to take it down the side of my face too, just because I do have a wider, rounder face. So I want to shadow in pretty much the whole perimeter because, you know, we want to be sculpted. I try and use bouncing motions when I blend this in just because I don't want to, again, blend it somewhere where I don't want it, and I don't want to move around the product underneath. So I'm just bouncing away. These earrings, P.S., aren't they cute? I got them from my friend Erin, who sells plunder. So if you're watching, Erin, hi. For under the eye, I'm actually gonna take my RCMA loose translucent powder. I don't bake very often, and I'm actually really not gonna bake. I'm just gonna set with it, but I have really dry skin, and so the whole baking thing just doesn't get along with me the best. So what I've been doing lately is just taking my sponge, and it is damp, and I just, you know, get some product on there, and I just kind of pounce it on there until it's all worked in. I don't leave it sit, and I don't really have anything to wipe away. And then I do like to go in pretty heavy around my nostrils, just because this is the one guaranteed place that my makeup is going to break down during the day, is around my nostrils. I'm just going to take my butter bronzer and a duo fiber brush. These have become my favorite ways to put on bronzer, just because with bronzer I don't like to be as, as precise with the placement of it, just because I am, you know, literally just warming up my face. You put on this foundation, it just creates this blank canvas, and you kind of have to bring some life back into your face. So these duo fiber brushes, I think I paid like a few bucks for this from Ulta. If you can find one of these, I really like them for bronzer. So to contour, I have been loving this Fiona Stiles, I don't know if it's a bronzer, bronzing sun veil in the shade Ahiko. You want to create a shadow, so that's what we're doing. I take a smaller brush. I just got this one in my Ipsy bag, and it is my favorite new brush. It's by Firma. Firma, is that what that says? It's number 103. And, you know, you're creating a shadow, and so that's why it's important for your contour to be cool toned. So I'm taking a very light hand, and I'm just working this into the hollow of my cheek. Do you see the difference? This is quite carved out. And then to carve it out even more, I'm gonna take some more powder, and I'm just gonna do that. Now this I will leave on and wipe it away. I'm not gonna press this into the skin like I did under my eye, but this just makes the biggest difference if you really are going for that sculpted look. So I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit while we move on to eyes. I'm gonna use a couple different palettes today just because the color scheme I wanna go with, I don't have everything I need in one place. So I wanna go for a very, you know, it's fall, it's starting to get chilly out, everyone's drinking pumpkin spice lattes, and I want to, you know, wear burgundy every single day of my life. And so instead of wearing it, because today I'm wearing green because, you know, the Packers are playing tonight and I am a diehard Packers fan. I'm going to go in with, you know, these burgundy, oopsies, burgundy type shades like this lovely deep business. First, I'm just going to set my entire eyelid with just this flesh colored shadow here. This is the original Carli Bybel palette, not the deluxe one. Excuse me a minute. First shade I'm going to take is I'm going to go into this Morphe 350 palette to start. I'm going to take this shade. Let's do this one. This one's a little bit more peachy, a little bit warmer, and that's kind of the vibe we're going for. And we're just going to blend this into our crease. Now, the reason you want to do this, if you've never watched a makeup tutorial in your life and you're wondering, the reason you want to place down a more neutral transition shade is for all of the shadows to blend into. If I just went in with that deep maroon color straight away, the edges would look very harsh, and you really want everything just to be very blown out and smoky and look like there is no edge. So that is what this helps do. And I like to work from light to dark. If nothing else, if I'm feeling lazy, you know, I'll put a color like one of these in my crease and a little bit of shimmer on the lid, and that's my makeup look. You know, 3 days a week at work, if you come visit me at my office, that's what you'll find me wearing. That is not what we're doing today, people. Not. I'm gonna go into this orange shade right here. And this one I'm gonna take on a little bit smaller of a brush. And I'm really gonna focus this in the crease. This color we're not, God, my brushes are so dirty. We're not going to blend this one up and out like we did the transition shade. We are just going to focus this kind of in the outer corner, and then I'm bringing kind of whatever is left into the inner corner. And I'm not taking very much product at all. You can always add more, but you cannot take away. Is that not the most cliche makeup phrase you've ever heard? But it's so true. And then I'm gonna take the first brush, no product on it, and just blend out the edges. Let's take the smaller brush again, and we're gonna go into the burgundy color. These shadows are really pigmented and really soft, so again, very little product. And to start, I'm just kind of bouncing the brush up and down just to get the product where I want it, which I want it mostly on the outer corner of my eye. And now I don't have any additional product on here. I'm just gonna start blending this into everything else. Whew, this is pretty. I didn't drag that color, you know, all the way in like I did the other ones, just because I want the illusion of a larger eye. I'm gonna actually go back into this orange shade. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall off my chair. On my big brush, and just kind of run it on the outer part here. So I got a couple of these Molly Evercolor Shadow Sticks, and I swatched this the other day, you guys, and I went to work and it stayed on my hand all day. Like, I washed my hands, you know, a million times and it did not move. So these are awesome. And then this is the other one. It's a little bit of a peachy coppery kind of, and it's called Autumn Shimmer. How perfect. Autumn Shimmer. So this is what we're going to use on the lid. So I'm going to start in the inner corner here and just draw it on just like that. I'm going to put on some false lashes off camera and I will be right back. Okay, sorry if the lighting changed. The sun is setting. It is nighttime, but whew, these lashes are giving me life. Let me show you what they are. They are these Christina lashes. They're very wispy. I got a whole bunch of them on Amazon for like 10 bucks. So they are very dramatic. This one does not want to stay down, but you know, I'm just at home tonight, so it doesn't really matter. I like to just put some shadows on my lower lash line just to kind of mimic what we did up top. So I'm going to take that transition shade first on just a flat shader brush. And then I'm going to take an even smaller little brush and go into that orange color. And this color I'm going to keep pretty close to the lash line. And then just to add another element of drama, because why not? I am going to line my waterline. This is the Marc Jacobs, I don't know, really skinny eyeliner. I have no idea what it's called, but I am going to tight line the top just a little bit because I don't have any eyeliner on. Just going to line my bottom waterline too. And I'm just going to go in with that Essence mascara. Eyes are done. I love the way this turned out. Okay, for blush, I have a new one to try. Where did I put it? Excuse me, here it is. This is the Butter Blush. This is in the color Plum Rose. It smells just like the Butter Bronzer. If you have that, it smells like the vacation I'm going to go on in November. Can't wait. I'm going to just take this Real Techniques dome-shaped brush. It's very subtle, but it's so beautiful. And then I do have a new highlighter. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This is the Ofra Rodeo Drive highlighter. Oh my god, let me give you guys a little swatch. It is so intense. I was a little worried because it is quite gold. You can kind of see it there. I thought it would be too dark for my skin tone, but I played around with it and it is beautiful. So I'm going to take a little bit on my fan brush here. Woo! Yes! I have a couple Tarte highlighters, I think. Other than that, I don't have a lot of high-end ones that I've tried. And gosh, the feeling of this, it feels almost wet. Like when I dip my hand in here, it feels like it's a cream product, but it's not. A little on this teeny tiny little brush. I like to highlight just the tip of my nose. And then I'm gonna bring a little up there. Woo! So lips, I had to dig a little bit into my collection, but I really wanted to do like a dark vampy lip since we have kind of the burgundy going on the eyes. So first I'm taking this BH Cosmetics waterproof lip liner in Rogue. We are gonna line our lips with this. For lip color, this is one of the Tarte's lip paints. This is in the shade Soul. I have never tried this on, so let's hope it looks good. But there's a swatch of it. let's take some setting spray. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray. And just gonna lightly press this in. All right guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed watching. I am obsessed with how this look turned out. It's definitely something I'm gonna be rocking a lot this fall. I think this would look great with a nude lip too. You could even deepen up the eyes a little bit more. So if you guys like this look, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know what you wanna see next. Thanks so much, we'll see you later. Go Packers!